So we have talked about that some of the times the very people that you have hired to help you contribute to the problem more. Relatives, friends, some of the times pastors, priests. And so what is a parent to do? We are going to be getting more to the team approach structure of intervention, but we want to set a base to make sure we get some things very clear. There is one couple I know that they took their child to a counselor. Counselor kept insisting on seeing the child alone. They became concerned about this, and finally both the father and the mother stood together and pressed upon the counselor to be included in a session. They had something they wanted to say to the counselor. So the counselor went on and let the father and mother be in a session. The child, having a taste of angry judgment. What anger? We're going to be talking about anger sometime in the future, how it is mood altering. It's virtually a drug. Some of the times people have such power and taste of anger that they aren't even willing to give it up if you offer them love. They'll trade off love to keep the anger and the power that comes with it. The power of holding it over your head, that if I don't get my way, I will take the peace away from your home through my rage of anger. Okay, I'm going to slow down. And so in this session, the child became very angry, saying, the child, I don't like you as parents. I don't want to live with you. What the counselor did at that moment, right in front of the child and the parents, is moved his chair to the side and reached for an address books, opened it up, and started thumbing through possibilities of where the child could move to. What did this do? Reinforce the child as the victim, and in the drama triangulation, made judgment and supported in the child's mind that mom and dad are persecutors, unreasonable, and not compassionate. What should the counselor have done? It said, excuse me, to the child, go and get up, go in the lobby, me and your parents are going to talk for a few minutes and we'll have you back in the session. But the counselor didn't do that. He had just as well taken a bullhorn and screamed it out, what he represented as dysfunctional. Yes, dysfunctional. Rescuer, supporting the child as victim, offering her the right to make such judgments while she was still a legal youth under the guardianship and the parenting legally of these parents that loved her so much. I happen to know the parents and they love her so much. Now, let me illustrate further of the culture that you are living in. Back when I was young, say if a boy went to a grocery store, bust a window, cuss out an old lady, steal a candy bar, the grocery clerk would call the child's mom, and even before the boy got home, mom would know about it. What is it that happens now in our society? Virtually. A child steals a candy bar, breaks a window, cusses out an old lady. The grocery clerk, through psychology that's supposed to help us, concludes, oh, that's a cry for help. Poor child. He must have a dysfunctional mother at home, and he keeps the secret to himself. A whole nother principle and dynamic, that the power of enacting out youth to rob your home of its peace, to get even with you for he or she not getting their way, is the secret keeping that other people do not know what the child does to his or her mother and father. That is the world that we're living in, and there's a kind of angst that didn't used to be there, a kind of anxiety pressure in our atmosphere of our culture, of our society, that when you're parenting, there's an unseen pressure. Am I doing it right? Am I thinking the right way? Is my tone of voice just right? We need to also weigh heavily over in the direction of, is what we are doing legal? Because if you wrestle over every little detail, you are under the control and the controlling judgment of an acting out youth that has robbed you of your parenting role, of your role as parent. Please, let's continue these videos, and let's keep talking about these things. We're going to build brick upon brick. It is so nice talking to you.